ready for the crypto lifer experience. Bitcoin at 52,200. They're all shorting the market. They have no idea what's going on. We're making massive gains. We know where the money is. They don't. We do. They're leverage trading Bitcoin. We're laughing. We're making massive gains on all coins. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We're going to break it down for you like we do every single day. Let's bring that music back down. Let's get that intro up and running. God bless each and every one of you. Let's get it in, baby. Let's get it in. I just read a comment. Someone said, I lost access to the Discord. Babe, listen, I lost access to the Discord within 5 minutes. I emailed Crypto Wifer. She had me back up and running. Unbelievable customer service. I just want to say thank you, babe. Without you, this business would not run. Behind every great man is a greater woman. And I just want to repeat that. And I didn't do anything bad last night. I am not buttering her up. Butter them up before you do something bad, all right? Now, hey, now you're learning. Hey. What did the wise man say to his wife? Nothing. He was a wise man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. How we doing? All right, let's break it down and show you Bitcoin like we do every single day. God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Experience, baby. We're going to break it down for you like we do every single day and bring you the sauce. I'm excited. You should be excited. I can't wait. I had a sinus pain this morning. I researched this ancient Chinese technology to hold this nerve here on the side of the hand. It relieved my headache. Within 5 minutes, my headache was gone. I then did this stuff while I was pushing down as well. Unbelievable. So, been amazing. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset, which is your time. All right? I got to sign into chat right now, and I hope we make it through the stream. I actually left my VPN on. All right? Which stinks. Just not the way to go. All right. Let me get into the content. I just want to see the chat. I love y'all. I'm excited tonight. Bitcoin sitting flat, 52,180. We figured it would, until they open up the stock market tomorrow. Hey, they're running the show now. It's an ETF with billions of dollars of the biggest institutions in it. It's going to move when the market moves, man. They're going to, they're on vacation right now, right? They're like, oh, when we get back, we'll move that market. That market waits for no man but us, all right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Need TA on Casper. How high can Casper go in the bull run? Some people say $4 to $6. I'm going for $2. If I get $2, oh my gosh, I will make a lot of money. It'll be insane. That'll be a 10x from here because it's almost a 5x to $1, and I'll be sitting on $1 million. Right? So we'll see. Only time will tell. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. And God bless you all for jumping on in. I pinned the pin message. We made a lot of gains this weekend. I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude or give you FOMO, but if you weren't in my trading group, you missed out on so much money. It's probably ridiculous. Like, we're talking 50. I was making 15 grand a day. Since Thursday night, it's just been coming in, piling up. Let's talk about MAVIA. We found MAVIA on Friday night at 3 a.m., and that just kind of gave us gains all weekend long, all the way from 764 to 1088. Beautiful move for MAVIA. And MAVIA could be another big long-term hold. A lot of people talking about MAVIA going to 100. Really hot coin on Beam, and Beam's hot on Sol. And so you get that connection, all right? I do see an M here. We have resistance. I'd wait for MAVIA to get back above 1036 maybe for me to get back in, or I'd wait for a lower area. And I'm not going to do deep diving on MAVIA right now, but we nailed MAVIA for gains. For massive gains, all right? I was an AGIX holder. I talked about it all the time. It's my baby of babies. And this thing ripped to the upside out of the giant cup and handle that we had it in, all right here. But then on top of that, I gave you a flag yesterday, right? On the live stream, I believe, last night. I'm pretty sure this is what I want. And I just drew, look, shoulder, head, right shoulder, tight. Said it was likely going to go up all the way to 60. And we got a wick up to 58. And you made gains of 20%, still holding 13%. This is a leader in the AG in basically the space. 60 cents was basically its all-time high, right? I think 69 cents. Let me take a look here on MEXC. 67.5 cents. It's not that far away. 13 cents from its all-time high. These AI coins are going to rip, and I believe you're never going to be able to get them on these lows again. But you never know. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. It all depends, on how you feel, what your research tells you, and what your conviction and what you're doing. All right. I can't force you into any thought process or idea, but I can show you my life. And so if you're in the trading group, you made gains. All right. Now this is in a little flag here. And this flag's likely to continue to the upside too. And this because this is a hot narrative and it's getting hot. That's another scalp right there for a possible 25% gain. I don't usually trade these leverage, all right, even though people want to. I just trade spot and make good money, and I build big-time positions in these bags. This is what I've been doing for a long time. I did it with cake. I did it with all sorts of stuff. Let's talk about FET. Everyone knows I have a big bag of FET on 2 different exchanges, 2 different places. I love my FET. I've been holding FET for a long, long time, and it's funny. They fudded FET last week, right? They said, oh, FET's bankrupt, remember? And even during the screen share, people were like, no. And did I run and panic sell my FET? No. I bought more FET. I said, you know what? I like this thing. I said, if I liked it there, then I like it even. If I liked it at 6, then I like it at 3. You know what I mean? That old saying. If I liked it at freaking, if I like FET over here at 65, then I'll love it at 50. And these have perfect market caps. I just want to show you, for my sweet spot of investing, where I can put in, a good amount. And Caspa, man, Caspa's about to flip Adam. Maybe it did already, but that thing has a market cap of $4 billion and continuing to rip to the upside. Caspa is going to be the one, man. People that figured out what Caspa. See, I was always early. I was early on Bitcoin. I knew about it when it was $350. I was early on Ethereum. I knew about it when it was $9. Right? I was early on all sorts of other coins. Cardano with 2 cents. I was early on Caspa. All right. And again, I don't always find the coin. However I find the coin, I find the coin. Someone tells me about it. I research it. However it happens for me, it happens. But I know which coins, in my humble opinion, are going to be hot. And again, I could be wrong. Caspa go to 0 right now. I could lose everything and look like a clown. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I want to make that really clear. And I'm a speculative investor who takes very high-risk shots. Technically, the average person should not touch cryptocurrency at all. I've been in it for so long that it's paid me, right? Too risky, right? This stuff is just too risky for, Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. I just put the lemon into the water. Beautiful lemon wedge, to be honest. Oh, and this is that cup that was given to me by Jennifer. Thank you so much. Mom and Dad, always on my mind, forever in my heart. And, a picture of my mom and my dad with me at all times on my desk. So I never forget him, man. And my dad helping me on my bike when I'm a kid, reminding me that he was always there with me. He was always there with me. And my mom holding me down like she always did, man. And me and my mom were twins. Look at this. We were straight twins. Me and my mom were like this. Like this. Never was a closer man. And me and my mom were like this. I miss my mother every single day. Last night was a tough night for me. I thought about my dad a lot last night. It is what it is. These are the pains we go through. I guess we signed up for this. All right. Anyway, Caspa booming to the upside. I like SPA-X just because I look for things that get tight in the moving average. High volume node. Take a look at my 22-hour time frame. Looking pretty nice to me. Oversold. And I like when the RSI, I can also put the RSI inside of a flag. And if the MACD is showing signs of, a movement here, lack of bearish momentum, which it is, flat on that side. I mean, and again, this could go to 0. Be careful. Don't pile too many stop. If too many people go in and they all put a stop loss here, some maker will see it come down and just grab them all, and then we'll rip up. So just be careful, Always pay attention. But when we're bullish, a lot of times we won't get that. We will continue to the upside. But this is on my radar. Elite also have it. SPA, S-P-A. We've traded this on and off many, many times throughout the last year and a half, or since August. The last, almost a year. Yeah, year and a half. Since August of 2022. I remember posting it many times, and man, a lot of times when I trade this coin, it plays out for whatever reason. There's some coins that are annoying, some coins that continue. Ozone just didn't stop. I talked about it yesterday. I saw it in a flag, but I didn't post it to the group. And I don't know why I'm mentioning it. People are like, then why do we care? I get it. But sometimes, I just want to show you I'm not perfect. But I saw this beautiful flag, and this thing is up like 242%. It's just insane. Calcium, another oldie but goodie, coming back inside the game. It's just been crazy. It's been crazy. Matrix AI, anything with an AI name is getting back in the narrative, getting back into the pumps. All my AI coins, Matrix AI, Vector Space AI, remember all the VXV, all these little coins that I found like a year ago, 2 years ago almost on KuCoin. Before MEXC was out, I was getting these little tiny coins, right? This thing is behind, but looks like it could start to make a bigger move out of a bigger cup and handle. I'll get into that later on in my trading group. Vector Space AI, another low cap gem, but FET, baby. FET just doing damage. About to go up 100%. literally since the 9th of February. Like, you can't beat this. Unbelievable. Shout out to anyone that jumped on in. Shout out to anyone. And these coins, amazing. All right? All these coins can be had, can be seen, and can be grabbed at MEXC. MEXC had access to these coins, and MEXC, not only does MEXC have the blue chips, like Bitcoin, like Atom, like Ethereum, you know, Matic, and all the hottest, they have the smallest coins that nobody else has access to. You'd have to go to Uniswap. They're the first. They got Pixel right now. They're the first to get Pixel. No one else has Pixel this quick. Pixel did a 10x if you got it on Uniswap at 4 cents, or your decentralized exchange, wherever you, maybe Juke could have got it. And that thing is ripping to the upside. Again, I know about all the newest coins because I have bots that tell me what coins hit the exchange. You will too. All right. Bitcoin pumping 52,300. Let's take a look at BTC. But you can see it's like alt season, baby. I put up Centrifuge on the daily as well. This market is going to explode. Get ready to melt faces anyway. And enough giving you guys free calls. Jump on into the trading group to see the setups, to see what's going on, to know what the hottest coins are. We got token metrics running. I'm telling you right now, I have a beautiful system that takes TA, research, and just instinct, and we're able to figure out what the hottest coins are. And of course, we miss. I don't get it all. You're going to miss something. You know, that's the thing. Be ready to miss coins. Be ready to sell a little early. Be ready to let it go. And just, you know, let this bull run take you. We are on a massive ride here into Bitcoin halving. All right. Can you do some TA on Jupe? Good long term. I love Jupe long term just because I'm looking at the narrative of decentralized finance and DeFi. And Jupe is the Uniswap. It's the cake. It's the new guy on the block. It's the fastest moving blockchain right now. A lot of people airdropped it. A lot of people bought it. It's kind of in the middle right now as trading wise. I believe it's undervalued at 53 cents. This market cap will continue to rise. What you want to see is like what happened in the last real rally. Look, I'll teach you. It's akin to Uniswap. That's how I look at it, okay? So what you want to do is you want to look at the Binance chart for Uniswap, which to me is ready. It's Uniswap's in consolidation from 7 to 4. See that? Once it breaks out of that, it's like Chainlink. It's going to just fly. I also see, look at this. You see what I saw? It's got that, you know, that interesting, but kind of the Adam and Eve there. And I see Uniswap about to make some serious moves. I wouldn't be surprised if 3 to 4 weeks from now, we see Uniswap at 23 cents doing a 3x. Don't sleep on these age-old protocols, man. Age-old, right? These are the dinosaurs now. But so Uniswap was sitting here, you know, at 64 cents. See right here. And to me, this is kind of, in this weekly candle, this is where Jupe was. Once that volume picks up, people start using it. Once they realize how fast that exchange is, and then we get more and more retail in here. And look what Uniswap did. It went from 60 cents to $44, just like Cake did. Cake did the same thing, 60 cents to $44. Funny, they both hit around the same price. I never realized that. Cake and Uniswap. Both protocols of the decentralized exchange, right? Both of the coins. So I just want to understand that Jupe is the one. I mean, it doesn't seem to have any big competitor. It has competitors, but, you know, we all know, like, the way it came out, the airdrop, the community. And again, it could go to zero. There could be a hack of the protocol. Anything could happen, right? And we'll laugh about Jupe tomorrow. You never know. Everything you do is speculative in crypto trading because you're getting into coins and companies that are just starting out. And we don't know if they're going to fail or succeed or what they're going to do. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any coin, project, or trade. All right. Ray is super slow. Sui, USD, please. And thank you. Going for $3. Shout out to Mr. Nobody. God bless you for being here. Bitcoin, 52,370. And I kept saying, as long as we stay above the 200 SMA, I have to remain bullish on the small time frames. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. I've been catering a little bit more to the super chats and to, honestly, I just got to, before I get into Bitcoin, and I know that's what you all want, and you're fiending, you're like, why didn't he get into Bitcoin yet? Because I put out LMWR last night, like 9 at night, 10 at night, thing is already up 28%, came back down, still holding gains of about 20, 25. Insanity. How much money is pouring out of this market, okay? AGIX hit last night. LimeWire hit last night. These are coins I put out at 10 o'clock and went to bed, they hit. We're talking, and even MAVIA went up for 10% more for gains. I got other stuff that I'm looking at. I got a new coin right now that's about to blast, but I'm not going to tell you about it until you join the trading group. We are weeks ahead of the coins. We know how to research them now before they even hit the decentralized exchange. Then we can hit the decentralized exchange. Then we can sell a portion of 10x on MEXC, get back in with profits, do another 10x on that one, 100x the initial, all by using the sexes and the dexes and flipping it and getting it and ripping it and sipping it. We just have the motion in the ocean. I love what's going on right now. I'm feeling it, baby. Beam is running, baby. Dude, I mean, I am drunk with gains today. All like 90% of the positions that I sat and built and curated and loved on, and just look, you guys saw me buy Beam on the low right here, January 6th. I'm saying I'm getting into Beam. Even when this dip happened, right there, the 3rd, I got Beam, I know, at 1.5 and 1.6. And you can see 1.56 and 1.6 here. I mean, that's the lowest you can get it on these wicks, really. There was one more chance to get it right here, too. And then this thing just ripped to 3.5. Absolutely ripping up 117% gains for Beam. And the new bottom for Beam could be this 275 area. I mean, it's insane. And I can show you the gains, and they're just everywhere. They're just all over the place. Like, it doesn't stop. It is alt season, baby. We're ripping to the upside, baby. And I showed you how to find alt season. I gave you the macro chart every single week. I went over Total 3 every single Friday for you. What more could I have done? I felt like I just, was trying to lay the yellow brick road. And now it's time to take some profit somewhere, somehow. All right? I'm just excited, everybody. I apologize for my exuberance. I don't mean to be so over enthusiastic. I gave Bobo this weekend. Bobo hit for 110% gains. It just, come on, man. And people are like, how can he? I'm not making this up. If you're not in the trading group, I put out this flag. This flag did break down. All right, there's a trade that didn't play out. Thank goodness we didn't get 63. I'm not a lot, because people will be like, how could he hit this much? I'm telling you, if you don't take, because here's the deal. Most people take a day off here and there. So they hit, but if you don't take a day off, all your days compound. I was researching late into the night last night. Something I'm going to find today that I researched about last night is going to play into today. Bang, bang, bang. Something I'm looking at today is going to play into tomorrow, right? And then the habit of being obsessively compulsive on the clock, nailing it, becomes an exercise. You become locked in. You're just in the zone. You're a crypto lifer. It doesn't stop. Ordinals, let me grab some of that. Oh, I'll do a little bit of airdrop. Ooh, let me swing that. Ooh, that's a new thing on MEXC. Oh, let me get to the hottest exchange. Oh, a little leverage trade here and there. Oh, why not? What's this coin? What's that coin? Oh, let me research again. Token metrics. Oh, hot. Oh, trending on Twitter. Oh, bing, bing, bang, 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 boom. You start putting the picture together. You start understanding what's happening. Then you put together the narratives. We got real world assets. I got to get some IDOs because I know IDOs are going to pump. I got to get into some crypto gaming. I got to have some AI because AI is a narrative that's just going to continue to rip faces off. So much money made in this market, right? And then proof of work coins, new narrative, Caspa. Pick up these new narratives, understand what they are. It's not as easy to understand this if you haven't been in crypto as long as I have. 7 years in cryptocurrency builds the education, shows you what you can do. There's so much opportunity in this life, but you have to believe you are the opportunity. The second you think you're not the opportunity, then you are not the opportunity. And yeah, you can go shut this off right now. You can say, oh, I don't want to hear this guy, Tony Robbins me. At the end of the day, it's the energy, baby, that makes you. You can be as smart as you want. You can be the best trader, know the TA the best. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't have the energy, if you can't grind every day and pick yourself up and say, I am the best, baby, I'm rocking it. You're never going to become a multi-millionaire, baby. You're going to just go halfway, man. So this is part of the puzzle for me of life, is having that motivation, having that ability to push yourself no matter what, because things are coming at you, and they're going to come at you. If you're already moving like a freight train, you ever see two, football players and the guy moving so he just trucks the defender, even though they're trying to knock him down? Bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? Anyway, so Bobo, you would just flip this back into a falling wedge, see? That's all. Flag it out. It kind of has an inverted head and shoulder vibe. Yeah, a bit of a symmetrical triangle even if you flip this. Following Bitcoin too. Bitcoin takes the dump. Bobo dumps. Bitcoin goes sideways, we continue to pump. Sideways Bitcoin is the best thing for altcoins when they're, you get this little swiftly slide out of nowhere. All right. If MAVIA pumps again, shouldn't that mean continuation for BMX? Definitely could be. Beast mode. Life from mine, looking at AC. Send in a super chat for TA and deep dive. Let me take a look at the fan funding today and see what's cracking. Shout out to Liberation Through Finance. Lifer, you're the best. Can you do some BOBO TA? God bless you. Can you look at JASMY? Tried to break out last night. Thank you. You look at any decentralized leverage trading apps like GMX, Hyperliquid, and DYDX. We were trading DYDX and GMX like, I don't know, a year and a half ago. They're kind of old to us. You know what I mean? And there's just so many other coins that have done a better narrative. But I think that, I think they're good, and I think they'll 10 to 20x. Let's check Pocket. Bought the dip. Shout out to Stas, man. Getting in on the dip. Learning the lifer system pays. Had big gains on my spot fetch bag. Took partial profit and bought 1,500 of Caspa because I need more Caspa. 1,500 of a Caspa without deploying any new capital. Rave Song Records, man. This is what I like to hear. Because what I like to hear from you is, look, you're trading the NASDAQ. You're understanding what Master Friend's teaching you, and you're taking advantage of cryptocurrency. You're eating with both hands, man. God bless you, brother. God bless you. And shout out to my man, Master Friend, man. Because people jump in this market. They think they're going to make a bunch of money leverage trading. They jump into these, accounts, and they're losing $5,000 a pop, getting knocked out. We can't have that. You need mentoring. You need someone to walk you through the process. You need someone to tell you you can't do that. You need a demo trading account. You need to learn how to demo. This man right here will dedicate his life to you, man. Just like I dedicated my life to him, and he dedicated his life to me, and we are in a awesome unity right now. God bless each and every one of you. But check this out, man. Hit the QR code and the link to learn this amazing strategy. Also teach you how to trade the NQ if you want to get funded. And need I say more, but jump on in, hit the QR code or the link below, man. I see a lot of people change their lives every single day with all the different things that we teach you in the trading group. This is yet another extension of the trading group, but you do get 3 mentoring sessions a week. Like, he's going to have a Zoom. You can jump in on that Zoom. Super awesome guy, one of the nicest people I've ever met. And that's why I decided to bring him on. All right. So may God bless everybody here. And if you ever want to find out more about it, email us, ask our customer service. We'll tell you more. All right. God bless you, friend. Okay, moving forward. Shout out to the channel sponsors too. I Trust Capital, the only place where you could basically have sold your link this weekend on and off if it pumped, or any one of your other altcoins. They even have Shiba Inu. If that 10x's and then you sell that into Bitcoin, boom. Okay, that is a non-taxable event. Small, short-term capital gains inside of that Roth IRA are basically protected. It's pretty awesome. Can't do that anywhere else. I Trust Capital. Check out the QR code or the link below. And God bless them. Thank you so much for the sponsorship from I Trust Capital, as well as the sponsorship from BingX. Trade the S&P. Trade Tesla. You can make a Tesla trade right now using Tether. Where else can you buy Tesla using Tether? Nowhere else, only on BingX, man. And maybe there's some other places, but BingX does it the best, in my humble opinion. You can also trade Bitcoin, altcoins. They also had MYRIA. You could trade MYRIA while you're trading Tesla in the same account. You can't do that anywhere else. I'm telling you about the beautifulness of BingX. I'm telling you, that's why I like BingX. That's why I work with them. And God bless my channel sponsors. Thank you so much as we continue. And the best channel sponsor of them all, Crypto Lifer. Each and every one of you guys, thank you so much. As our channel grows, so does the trading group. It's continuing at an all-time high. And I've never seen happier people. Get those testimonials in. If you had a big gain, if something happened to you this weekend, Rave Song Records, you flip that, tell a little story about what happened with your fetch bag. Tell everybody else. I can never get enough testimonials. I love reading them. Once you make enough money, testimonials really are worth more than gold, man. So I really appreciate those testimonials. If you want to get back to me, you're thinking about me, you're in a good mood, you're feeling like you want to send some karma my way, write in a testimonial. I will absolutely appreciate it. All right, let's get back into BTC. Bobo's just inside a symmetrical triangle, Chance it does even go lower here. 15-minute. Take a look at your 1 hour and your 4 hour time frame. They're resetting pretty nicely, y'all. I'd just be waiting for it to touch that 21 and see what type of flag it makes, but so far so good. Could come a little lower though. Right now you have a support and resistance level that you've respected at 184453. And another thing about these coins, there's so many coins that have 1, 2, 3, 4. But to get a coin with 7 zeros, I had to go to a decentralized exchange last year. There's no way I wouldn't get it. I couldn't get a 7-0 coin. Now that there's like hundreds of coins with 7 zeros here on MEXC. It's, and this is the thing, the stock market, you can never buy a coin that's less than a penny. But here you can buy a coin that's, you know what I mean? Only in cryptocurrency can you buy a coin that's valued in like some type of insane number because of, so that's the edge Tether has over the dollar. You can't be buying a triple, quadruple, this thing is like a millionth of a penny. You know what I mean? It just, so all it has to do is go up a very small amount to make 100% gains. Again, it's like the micro cap of micro cap. It's like beyond penny stocks, right? It's insane. Can you look at JASMY? It attempted to break out last night. Thank you. We'll take a look at that in a second. Let's get into Bitcoin like we do. This is the longest I ever went without going over Bitcoin in a while, but that's how you know it's altcoin season. All right. So if you're with me, and I'm talking about Bitcoin on Binance, all right, you can see that it's in this. Man, I'll start from the top down. I guess I do my top down analysis last night on the weekly candle close, though, and everyone probably saw that. And you kind of know where we're at, right? But for me, it's kind of just something I have to do, especially if there's a newbie here on the channel that hasn't seen me. So every single day here on the channel, I go over Bitcoin and I do a top down analysis. All right, we start at the weekly, and like here we have a beautiful, and I start like the very fresh idea. Like we have this beautiful support at 31,000. We ever have to come back down, that's going to be very strong support. I'm not saying we're even going close to that. I'm just letting you know I'm starting at very basics. Then we got 39. Look, and you want to make these little yellow labels. You right click this, hit setting. And I believe in style, price label. Click on that and it'll make a nice label on the right so you can see exactly what it is. I also like grabbing this label sometimes, price note, and just slapping it right on there. You don't really get it perfect, but pretty much there, yeah. And at 39,905, Anyway, so we had a bunch of chop here. We came into it, we chopped around. We got above it. I told everybody as long as we stayed above 41,000, what was it, 375, right? 360, 375. What was it? Yeah, 360 if I remember correctly. But what was that low? What was the low? The closing of, 41,375. And I kept saying, as long as we don't close a weekly candle below this. When this got low and we came here, I said, wow, they did it. Like, we're on our way down. And they got so many people to short the market. We ended up seeing the hidden bullish divergence, remember? And I ended up buying, remember, $20,000 worth of Bitcoin. Anyway, 41,000, I bought 20K worth of Bitcoin and said, hey, this could be the last time, right? So insane. So look, then I kept saying, hey, all right, now we're stuck in this range. And I said, this is a bear. And then I kept saying, hey, this is technically what's called a flag. And I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the flag breaks out. Now, this is already a breakout. This is on the way to the target. I mean, flags hit their targets. To me, I see them do it 90% of the time. So to me, there's a, and again, you could, don't quote me on it, but in my lifetime, when I see a flag break out this much already, it's very likely that it continues to the target. It has resistance here at about 59,987, 60K. And it's got this resistance right here that we just keep battling where these two candles close right here. And I see where the candle actually closed, the green one, it closed at 51,750. So it's 51,750 in my humble opinion. As long as we stay above 51,750, we remain bullish. And, we've battled this area and we've now kind of considerably opened a weekly candle above it. It's a very bullish sign. So I am bullish unless we break 51,750. And I know we're close to it. And then we have to break 50,800. These two little levels are 1, 2. Normally on a weekly, on a 1 hour, I would say that's not good enough. Like I need more. But on the weekly, just two candles is a strong support zone. I've seen it many times. You've seen it many times. You can backtest this. You can take a look at it. And so this is kind of my zone here. Now, the second Bitcoin breaks this level, it gets back into this chop, but there's still a lot of chop right here too that could hold it. And there's a high volume node kind of sticking out. Another thing that I told you is this is a gap in the VRVP, even though you can't see it. This is a node. We're going to go to the next high place. There's nowhere else for us to go. I've been showing you these spaces the whole time. Every single time we've made a move, I kept saying, well, there's a gap in the VRVP. There's a gap in the VRVP. You hear me say the word, there's a gap in the VRVP. That's one of my main trading strategies. Using the VRVP understanding how we're lining up on a high volume node in conjunction with moving averages. You can't beat it. I'm telling you right now, it's a beautiful system. So now the weekly's a little far away for the 21, but that's close enough. I mean, we wick to it, which tells me we still got legs to the upside. We can easily get to 63,000 without having to reset on that. We touched it here. We could easily continue on up without having to reset as well. So that's a good sign. The 3-day, to me, might have to go sideways here. Same as the daily going sideways, but so far, each day we go more and more sideways. The more likely it is that we are making a bullish flag. This would be so amazing as I fly to Florida tomorrow, and it would be awesome. Unbelievable, right? And this is what we're looking for here for Bitcoin. This is the sauce of sauce, right? Right here. And, so if this keeps going sideways and we get this 21-day moving average to kiss it, and even when we got here, I said, we have to come back to the 21. I said, either we go sideways or we come back to it. I said, but it's unlikely Bitcoin's just going to continue to rip to the upside. All the people are like, we're going to rip to 55. It's got to take its time. I can't explain why, but the 21 is how price action works. You can backtest it on any. See, what happened with me is I learned this on a smaller time frame. Like I was trading the 1 hour one day, and we pumped hard, like this. I'll show you. I'm going to take you through the walk of my brain that got me where I'm at today. This made me so much money, and honestly, now I just get to give you guys the sauce. I get to pass out. I get to leave this earth, and you guys get to remember me as someone that gave you guys what I knew. Instead of hoarding it, I found a way to make good money out of this market as long as you remove your emotions. So look, once we pumped here, I was away from the 21. It told me it was unlikely Bitcoin was going to continue to pump pretty hard. We're going to have to come back and touch this 21 before we get another pump to the upside. And look what happened. And then you'll get a bearish div too as well. You will get a bearish divergence. You'll see it. See this? Like this swings down. Well, that swings up 95% of the time. And that way I won't even trade it if I don't get it because the other 5 are anomalies or something. So I get bearish div and I'm away from the 21. That is the money printer. You get bullish div, you get pulled away from the 21. We pump it back up. That's exactly why I sell here. And that's why, and I realized that a chart upside down is I realized the chart didn't matter. I realized the short was a long and a long was a short. As long as you know the trend, it's the same exact trade either way. When these realizations came to me, I was freed. I was freed from my emotions. I was freed from the pain. I finally knew that I could trade. I finally knew that it was okay. It was like and I know the music's interesting. I'm kind of blending with that music. Shout out to the 1,198 people here on the live. 340 likes is just not going to cut it, baby. 340 likes, babe. 340 likes on 1,200 people. Let's go. If I came to your house, I would take off my shoes, send respect, eat whatever your wife gave me, and say thank you. Please hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm not some bum off the street. I'm your friend. I'm your buddy. I'm the crypto lifer. Treat me as such with respect. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, I always say this, the like button is your friend. If you have a coin out there, if you have a fetch bag, if you have a bag of AGI, if you want, who here wants to make $1 million? Who here wants to make $1 million in this next bull run? Who wants to make 10 million? Put a 1 if you want to make $1 million. Put a 2 if you want to make 10 million. Put a 3 if you want to make 100 million in this next bull run. All right? Let me know. Okay? That's it. That's all the people want to make $1 million. Everyone should be putting 1s, 2s, and 3s. Like I should see every single one of you who desires to make massive gains. Okay. So you want more people to know about cryptocurrency, right? How do you get more gains? People have to buy cryptocurrency, don't they? Just to be honest with you, people have to buy cryptocurrency. That's it. That's facts. So if nobody knew about your coin and it sat there by itself, would you make gains? No, I don't care how good the tech was, right? So people have to know about your coins, man. The word has to spread. It has to get bigger and bigger. If you hit the like button, you're letting Google know that it can send more algorithms out to brand new people that have never learned about cryptocurrency, enhancing your bags. Please help you, help yourself. Hit the like button. It's not even about me at this point. Think about it, and this is logical. And I break this down every single day, and it's weird how we don't get the likes that are so there's people in here that are watching the stream, but yet still don't want their bags to pump. If you don't hit the like button right now, you don't want your bags to pump. It means you're in a state of dis-ease. You're not connected to your thoughts and actions. If you've invested in cryptocurrency and you don't hit this like button, it doesn't make any sense. You get it? Because you're not helping people hit the algorithm and learn. Forget about me. I'm just one of the talking heads about cryptocurrency. You want as many of these people doing this for your cryptocurrency as possible. You want as many spokesperson, all right? You know what I mean? Anyway, I don't really care. I'm just making it really apparent, you know? So Bitcoin comes back to the 21-day moving average, right? And then it can move on back up to the upside. Once it's hanging out, and it might make a flag, whatever, but then it once the Stokes reset, and that's why I use the Stokes, then you draw the flag, and then look, that's something that I would trade. Like flag, stochastics pushing to the upside, momentum on the MACD, and boom, you get the pop. Right? And again, when you popped up here, look, you had to come back to the 21. And you'll see this over. And so one day I tested it on the 1 hour and I learned it. And then I said, does it work on the 4 hour? And so I watched the price action pump away from the 21. This took me years to figure out, everyone. And like, look, this one. And I said, man, that's too far. It's going to have to come back. And it could go sideways. So whenever I get a pump and the Stokes get high, I take profit. I then reset and I wait for us to either come back to a Fibonacci level, the 6, or a sideways price action. Once we dip out the flag like this, and the flags usually have to kind of go a little more lateral. Once we dip out the flag like such, then I know like we didn't make the flag. Like, you know what I mean? And then you can bearishly retest. To me, it's like it's a beautiful way to trade. Like I don't make any stupid moves, and it keeps me really, really, I don't chase green candles. And look, every time we go away from the 21, we come back. And right now we're hanging on it. And the 4 hour's overbought. 4 hour doesn't look good at all, right? Looks like we're about to make a nasty dump to the downside. So if I had just the 4 hour on my and I had to just look at just the 4 hour, that's an M pattern that wants to take a nasty dump to the downside. That's not going to happen if we don't lose the moving average, the 200 SMA on the 7. But the first thing that will happen is we'll lose the 200 SMA on the 7-minute time frame. That'll declare the beginning of a possible short. It doesn't mean it's going to short every time. You never know what price action is going to do. But the key is when you make these calls, like this one here, you don't have to have your stop too far away because you just wait. Either price comes back above and it plays games. Sometimes it comes back above and then makes the dump and you get stopped out. It could happen. But normally, it kind of hangs out when it does that. Or you get the move. So you're watching the 7-minute. It's likely to drop back down to the bottom of the pattern. But, only time will tell. You have this trend line forming here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you break that, you'll break down. So the 4 hour looks absolutely bearish to me, like it wants to break to the downside. The 1 hour also, once the 1 hour crosses the dotted line and the 4 hour looks bad, I've seen nasty dumps come from that. So you've got a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. In my humble opinion, you've already broken the line of the rising wedge here. Let's go to the small time frames and look for what's called a bearish retest. And it looks like you may have done that. You fell out. You tried to get back inside here. See this? You're in for a bit, and then you fell off again. Below the 200 SMA on the 1-minute time frame. Remember how many times we made pumps here like this? Every time we got above the 200, nice pump. Nice pump. Look, I'm upside down. Those were dumps. I'm messing with your mind. So check it out. This lets me know that we could get a bit of a move, Again, I'm getting some mixed signals. This is kind of a cup with a really weird handle. This was the money printer, but we did get back above the 200 SMA, but it was chop. It was chop. It was hard to trade today. Now, for me, Bitcoin has to get back above 52,478. That was the key level right there that we just hit on the 1-minute time frame. 50, we weren't that far off from there. Wow. With 2:30 in the morning, we hit 52,486 for BTC. All right. But again, not a huge fan of what I'm seeing. Let me get rid of the moving averages again. See if I can see a trade today. I don't like to trade Mondays, so I usually don't open up a live trade on Mondays on the live stream. It just doesn't happen. Not something that we're looking for. All right. And stay tuned. I got more coins that you've never heard about. I'm going to give you a brand new gem that you probably never heard about. Every single day we find a new coin on the channel. You're part of my journey, and we're all electric together. And that's what this channel is about. A real life journey. Riding with the energies. Riding with the consciousness. I broke free of the matrix. I used to work a 9 to 5. I said, no more. I'm not doing it. I'm going to follow my dreams. I saw so many people following their dreams, and I saw them doing it online. And I saw how the internet was the key. The internet was a key to unlocking creativity, freedom, right? And it was just a tool. The internet is just a tool. If it was the 1800s, I would have built a farm. I don't care what it was. I would have done it to get free. You know what I mean? RE Tech AI. Architect AI. That's interesting. It's President's Day. Trading won't be the same. It's like a Monday today. It's not like a Monday today. I can't believe what you just said. Hold on. You said Pocket Network exploded. Because I love the Pocket Network. Nice pump there. I want bigger moves than that, but that's a beautiful pump to the upside. Yes. I love it. Shout out to Pocket Network. Looks like it's about to do damage. I'm in it. I see it going up to 51 cents. I've got myself a bag. New here. Love the enthusiasm. I think I found my people holding a bag of NCT, and I'm starting to think there's a much better place to move that money into. Hey, man, you do you, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I never tell you what to do with your money, okay? Celebrate the 5th super chat on the live stream, too. Shout out to Benny Trees. God bless you, Benny. And thank you so much for being here with us, man. We stay positive every single day. We believe there's opportunity in every single moment, and we believe we are the opportunity. So we push every single day. And, the stock market is closed today. So it's more focused in. Pocket Network looks big to me. Tight moving averages, 22-hour oversold. Waiting for this to consolidate even more. That's telling me something is brewing here for Pocket. My TA is telling me something is brewing for Pocket. I had that other flag there. And if you remember correctly, when we had this dip, I began to accumulate Pocket Network. I wish I had got more. I knew about it down here and wanted it. A lot of these coins before this thing's already at a 15x. It's going to 10x, it's 150x. There's 500x's in here, 50x's, 200x's. I think there's going to be more. I think 100x is going to be like commonplace. I have never seen so many coins up 10x already that have low market cap, that most people know about, that have a following, that have a good amount of money behind them. It's insane. I'm telling you, I'm comparing this to the last rally, and it's like nothing I've ever seen. Wow, 1054. We are filling this day. We are packing it in. And shout out to the Gains Factory. AI Tech for 140% from when I put out this possible retest right there. When I first called it right there on February 3rd. 16 days later, up 140%. MAVIA out the flag last night. Blur continuing to rip to the upside since I called it. Going up almost to 87 soon. I talked about Blur way before this rally, right? Blur was one of the first ones to start moving. AGIX last night at 9 p.m. banged. The gains that we show you how to make and the system that I use is so insane, and it's so geared towards alt season that it just prints. It just prints. And anyway, if you want to join the trading group, if you're impressed, if you're like, I'm sick of this guy talking about it, I want to see it, jump on in, man. CryptoLifer.com, all right? Go to CryptoLifer.com. Join today, join today, join today. Get the education you deserve from someone that doesn't take a day off every single day. Pocket squared up. Dress to impress. 99 trading group. Take the first step, and you'll be opted in here if you want to sign into our weekly newsletter. This newsletter will blow your mind. We work really hard. You get 2 of them a week, too. A lot of people do 1. We do 2. Hit that link, too, and you can get awesome new deals and things that we're going to send at you. We don't send many. So mainly you'll just get the newsletter. We do not spam. But let us know. Just put in your email address, and we'd love to take you on in to the weekly newsletter. All right. Shout out to the 1,233 people. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. Let's keep the enthusiasm going. Let's keep the grind going. I'm not done yet. We're not done yet. All right. You think we're not even close to done. We have so much to talk about and break down. Okay. So Bitcoin, I do see it just kind of I see it kind of still. I'll say it's still inside the channel. I'm going to say it didn't leave the channel yet on the 1 hour time frame. It's like teetering on the channel, actually. It's like inside, outside. It's very, very weird. Could get a bounce back to the top of the channel. Okay. It tried it already in the last hour, and we got negated. Here's my thing. Bitcoin has to get back above key resistance 52.8. You know, if it breaks above 52.8, I might want a long. If it can't break 52.8, to me, anything above this is just chop and just double topping, and, you know. So just be careful here for BTC. One good sign, slightly good sign, is this is a shoulder. That's kind of a head. You would have seen a steeper shoulder there. Kind of weird if that's the shoulder, but it could happen. It's still, but it would be. You know what I do see, though, that I just noticed? Is kind of an inverted cup and handle. Nah, not even, though. No, I can't do that either. I can't. Because that's, interesting. So I get mixed signals for Bitcoin. Where do I see Bitcoin going throughout the day? I wouldn't be surprised. It goes sideways, or if anything, it just drops here, then pumps back up here, and then like tomorrow, we're like somewhere in this zone. And Bitcoin just goes sideways. Sideways Bitcoin is absolutely lovely for altcoins. We have a point of control here on the 1 hour time frame at 51,800. I'll take it. As long as we stay above 51.8, we're okay. So 51,750 is that weekly support zone too, where this 1 hour has it. So, okay. So I'm not overly bullish. I'm not overly bearish. I'm bullish because the weekly is above key supports. And until the weekly loses those levels, I refuse to be bearish, right? Short term, I'm bearish because I need to see the 1 hour get back above 52.8, really 52.3 for starters. And I feel wonderful now, man. I think the talking and the market and all the money that I think that made me feel better today. I'm trying to make you laugh. All right. I don't want to be too rude. I hope I don't come across too insane. Anyway, so I hope you're making massive gains. I hope life is going well. And I hope you're excited to jump on into a new venture with your life and change your life. And listen, coins like OZONE are coming. There's so many new coins every single day. There's thousands and thousands. I got another setup right now cooking that looks hot. Right? So if you missed AI Tech, if you missed, PAAL AI, if you missed a lot of these hot numbers that we went over many, many times, it's okay. Take a deep breath and say, I am the opportunity. You know why? This is why. This is why I make this. To me, I always have to think logically. There's a baby getting born today. That baby didn't know about any of these coins. Does that mean that baby's not going to become a millionaire or a multi-billionaire? No, whatever. There's going to be so much opportunity in the world when that baby's my age, 20 years from now. And whatever that baby sees, just like I had opportunity. My dad didn't have Bitcoin. Does that mean my dad wasn't going to win? You get it? My dad didn't know what these coins were. Does that mean my dad wasn't going to be successful? You get it? So when you look at a coin and you think, and you get depressed that you didn't get in, that means you're telling yourself that the world's full of lack. And the world is not full of lack. The world has that was just one of a million leaves. That was like snowflakes in the sky. There's another opportunity coming your way. You are the opportunity. God has presented you to the world, and opportunities are always coming your way. You're basically a magnet for opportunity if you let yourself become one. It's up to you. You must change your mindset, though. It's all in here. Once your mind becomes wealthy, the wealth will come into your life. And I know this sounds cliche, but it all starts with the subconscious mind. That's why you thought about it. You've done it. You have the great mindset. You meditate. You think well. You do all the right things. You're still not able to move. You're in the same place. You don't make the gains. You're super peaceful. You light, love, and happiness. You do all the right things. Somehow you're not progressing in your career, in your life. You're not getting to these milestones. Why? Subconscious mind theory. There's something you're doing that's blocking your subconscious mind. You must pick apart your subconscious mind. How do you do that? It's very difficult. I listened to Joe Dispenza for years. I went online and listened to people who knew how to work on the subconscious mind, and I worked on mine. I meditated. I used, positive mind theory late at night, and I used to gravitate things into my life. Okay. Bitcoin hitting a resistance here. It's pretty flat. That's why it's not much to talk about for Bitcoin. That's why I'm talking about mind theory, because we're flat. Okay. I do see this as a double top. It bears caution. There's a lot of people though that are here, and the longer they do this, right? What do? The more shorts build, and the more shorts build, what? The more liquidity looks nice and juicy to the market maker. Would it make sense that we saw a big red area here for BOOKMAP? Wouldn't it? Above where everyone has their liquidity? Let's take a look. BOOKMAP link in the description below, Global Plus. I do get a commission if you sign up to BOOKMAP. Absolutely love being able to see the liquidity here. And if you don't know what BOOKMAP is, it's awesome. Okay? It's a trading platform that displays market liquidity. Check what the candlesticks are hiding. I love this. You see the candlesticks, but there's something going on behind them. And that's BOOKMAP, baby. All right? So we can see a whale here wants to sell at 291 Bitcoin at $53,000. All right, we can see liquidity here too at 50K. But the most liquidity on the board right now is above us at 53K. Could we get an easy short squeeze with low volume on a low volume trading holiday? Yes. I still call this as a shoulder, ahead, or right. This looks like we could get a break to the upside here, possibly to 53,800. All right. So that's something also to take into account of. All right. Still got that inverted head and shoulder vibe, that massive dump. And there was a hidden bullish that says we are going to break this high. Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. See, that's a hidden bullish divergence right there. It says that you're going to break the high inside the divergence. So if this were to pop up and close at 1 hour candle above here, there's a 90% chance that's happening based on the hidden bull. All right. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. When I point these things out, I'm not saying this is what's happening. I'm saying, hey, this is a known signal that I've used for years. It's played out many, many times. You take that information however you want it. Either you use that to your advantage or you say hogwash. It's up to you. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Okay. I do see an oversold 1 hour right now curving. If the 50-minute was 50 minutes got some indecision. And then you're inside of this channel too. It's all about channels. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Like riding a horse back to the upside. You got it. So for starters, you got to break right here. 52, 430. Even we'll bring it right there. 478. You break above that, we have a chance. But not a huge fan right now of what I'm seeing. Just sideways chop price action. And yeah. And watch the 7-minute 200. We're toying with it. We keep losing it, but we just kind of double bottomed on it there and bounced back to the upside. Interesting time. So, we suggest, you knew we were going to have sideways chop. Even someone on the live stream yesterday just said, like, chop till Tuesday when market opens, And then they'll start ripping again, and Bitcoin will start moving. So not much to talk about for Bitcoin. It's the altcoins that we're really focused on. All right. TRIAS still doing damage. TRIAS is actually still trending too as well. Broke out of this little flag for a little mini gain there, but came back in. But TRIAS still trending. Almost a bit of a cup and handle here. 15-minute needs to reset without losing the pattern. If the 15-minute resets here on the stochastics RSI, that's why I love the Stokes. They're my go-to. When they reset and you keep a trend or a pattern or a support line, it basically tells you that you have a high probability of a win rate on that trade. And, now this came from years. Now, look, I also see this, though. I've seen slanted Adam and Eves, which can get you spooked. That's why if we lose this level and if we lose the 200 SMA in the 15-minute, I would then bail on the trade and wait for us to come back up and get tight again. Okay. I got into this at 1339, though. We did get to a high of 1728. I did not sell. I'm up like about $2,700. I'm still holding the gain of $3,000. I like a long-term hold of TRIAS. Is there something better out there that I may want to jump on into? Possible. It's very possible, but, only time will tell. 52,200 for Bitcoin. All right. Okay. Ozone, Club, Real. Oh, yeah, Realio. I want to talk about real-world assets. So, TRIAS. I want to see this bounce, man. I want to see it get a bounce. I really don't want to see it go lower than 1654. Starts breaking below 1654. It's losing the support, and it's rounding on out. It could have a slanted Adam and Eve. You see that? But also could be a bit of a cup and handy there. Fibonacci also showing interesting pullback. A wick to the 618 on the micro. I'm still in. We'll see what happens. I know what levels I'm going to bail at if we lose them. All right. Ozone completely out of control, right? Just, I'm not even going to tell you. That's just nuts. Unbelievable. Does LimeWire want to continue to the upside? You never know. With sideways Bitcoin, these things are hot. Again, trade the 1 hour. Wait for the 1 hour to kind of get into some type of flag here and interact a little closer with the 21. And then we got ourselves a bit of a party. Looks like LimeWire may even be breaking out here. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. So look, it had kind of a inverted head and shoulder move there. Felt like it left the pattern, got back inside. I'd wait for the 15-minute to come back down one more time. Maybe it makes something like this. But the 1 hour looks interesting, like it wants to continue for LimeWire. I'd watch how the 50-minute plays out. But this looks like there's more gains back up to 70. People want this coin. It's hot. I don't know if you remember, we used to download all our music on LimeWire. It was cool. A nice 22% gains out of a scalp, possibly. While Bitcoin goes sideways, this is far more likely. And they're keeping Bitcoin between like 5280 and like 52,200. And that's really what you want to see. Let's take a look at our DXY as well for and see what's happening on the DXY. DXY wants to dump on the daily. Kind of curving, but still in a downward trend. Also has 2 downward candles. Bearish engulfer. Right, not completely, but today is starting to turn green for the DXY, right? However, it's in this massive rising wedge. To me, that wants to break down 68% of the time. It is above its 200 SMA on the daily. We'd have to break below that. I've been looking at the 3-day, which is very overbought and at a resistance. What we keep watching is if this turns into a right shoulder. This turns into a right shoulder. My goodness, we are going to have a massive alt season and a Bitcoin rally. All right? Bang. This starts to break up, it negates that, or maybe we can still get a bigger right shoulder there, completely. And if it breaks above here, all that is negated. So that's why I'm watching these key levels of resistance at 104, really right where we're at. And I'd like to see this daily continue its break to the downside. I mean the 3-day chart, excuse me. So we're watching the DXY closely for this right shoulder. And we've been building this up for a while now. And again, when it makes the right shoulder, then we get the massive dump. If that does happen, which is awesome. If it doesn't, so be it. But if it does, we're so ahead of the curve, right? If not, we are ahead of the curve, because if it breaks out, then we know that didn't happen. Then we can prepare for a bigger move somewhere else. So by projecting into the future and kind of mapping out what we want to see or what we desire to see, and if price action takes that desire, oh my gosh, what a good probability. And if that desire is a probability in which we use over and over again, imagine the amount of the win rate in which we could have trading. Okay? All right. Let's take a look at, and Neblio's an old coin, not too hot. Let's take a look at what you guys are asking in the chat. And one last thing I want to tell you is everyone wants to know when alt season is. I figured it out. Like, alt season is when you get above the 200 SMA on the 5-day chart. All right. Once that happens, you got to start, you buy during the bull market. That'd be during the bear, as much as you can. All the coins that you believe in, right? Then when you get above the 5-day 200 SMA, that's when you're ready to rock. All right? Bang. Now, if we continue to, keep this going, and look, I have this, and this follows my trajectory in which I have printed. We're all going to make a boatload of money into June. Like, we're going to have what's called an alt spring. We're going to have the Bitcoin halving. It's going to make Bitcoin scarce. That's going to pump Bitcoin with the ETF because they're going to keep buying it. They're buying more than Bitcoin's getting created. We've already seen that. Okay? And so, now we're going to close a 5-day candle in 7 hours and 48. I mean, this is amazing. Above resistance. So we had resistance. We fell back. We hit support beautifully. Look, previous support of resistance. Previous resistance right there became support. Once you get to a 5-3 weekly day, even just 2 candles is strong, like I told you. Then we have a gap in the VRVP. When you lose this, you're coming all the way to this node. 660 is where we should hold. Then we can hang out here for a while, and then we have our next leg back to the upside to the volume area highs till we get to $1 trillion market cap. And then if this is really the rally it's supposed to be, we're going to break that. Come back down, retest it, and then go on another leg up. Maybe to 2.5, 3. I mean, Bitcoin's going to get to a $2 trillion market cap, right? If it gets to 100,000. And our last rally was 3 trillion. So, you know, people that I respect and believe in are saying 7 trillion market cap. I've heard 10 trillion market cap. I mean, if the dollar really doesn't look, I mean, this could be the last hurrah for the dollar. People could say, you know what, this could be the last final transition into crypto. Enough money falls into cryptocurrency. It's all about how much money is on either end of this, you know. If enough money transitions, it's just going to pull too much more money back in. And then if it's easier, quicker, faster, there's going to be no reason for people to go back to fiat. You see what I mean? It's going to trap you in crypto. There's going to be no reason why you would go back. And then fiat's going to continue to get printed because it's run by old school politicians that have no idea what's going on. So we're making, they think they're making, like, you know, while the politicians are making gains on the stock market thinking it's great, you know, we're making boatloads on these AI coins that they don't even know about. I mean, some of them probably do, you know. But my whole thing is that legacy idea is over, man. And they're going to continue to print that money because they're going to continue to pass bills and they're going to be like, what do we do now? Just print more money. And they'll print money for other countries, but not for a homeless person here in America. I heard Stephen A. Smith just going in last night. You know, Sam, would you look at KAVA, please? Thank you. Greetings from Belgium. Shout out to Marlene. Thank you for the first super chat on a live. I've traded KAVA on and off. Interesting coin. So here, we go below this 200 SMA on the 5-day chart. Alt season is canceled. We got to take our gains. We got to wait for better pullbacks. We stay above this key level, 521. We stay above the 200 SMA, just like I told you for Bitcoin. Remember, I told you this for Bitcoin. I did the exact same thing for Bitcoin. I went to the 5-day chart. Everyone was super bearish. I told you not to worry. I told you don't listen to these people. I told you I've been back testing the 200 for years. I said as long, and we were right here, this red candle the day I started. I said as long as we stay above the 200 SMA. I said do not expect any more downside. I said we could continue the upside. And that's exactly what happened. And then you could even make this flag and make the call for this measured move, right? From wick to wick. And then that was already calling for basically a $48,000 Bitcoin. You know, double bottom played out too. The double bottom was beautiful. There was 3-day hidden bullish divergence on this. 3-day hidden bullish. I didn't see anyone else in the entire market discuss it. Swing up to swing up. This swung down. I said, you know, 90% of the time you're going to break the high inside of the divergence. We did that exactly like we were supposed to. I mean, there was a hidden bullish here in the 8-hour top. If you learn your fundamentals, you're going to be all right. You're not going to need 1,000 indicators. You need to know what the indicators are telling you. All right. Let's take a look at KAVA. And shout out to everybody here on the live. And boy, do we have even more trades in the trading group for you tonight that are like bubbling up. So KAVA hasn't really done much compared to the rest of the market. Interesting. Everything is really pumped, but KAVA. 5-day chart suggests it's getting ready for a move. Daily is overbought like a rod of the market. However, it could be one of those like daily resets where we kind of even continue on out. I like this cup with the handle there, and I like this trajectory for KAVA. I'm not trading KAVA. I think there's better out there. This is an old, it's like a dinosaur coin now, not to be rude to you. But, you know, it's kind of got this Adam and Eve vibe in a way. Not amazing, though. But, yes, it's in consolidative chop. A lot like Chainlink. I'll show you Chainlink in a second. It'll blow your mind. But a lot like Chainlink was when it was just sitting there in consolidation, right? So now, you know, for KAVA, it just got above the 200 SMA on the daily. Very bullish sign. So there, I would cap this, cap that. And look at that beautiful W there too. That played out. It got above the high volume node. It gapped up. It can easily get all the way back up to that, you know, this red area here. 91 cents. So now that I see that the daily is overbought, but We're above the 200 SMA. Okay. That tells me that we could, we may be in some good shape. And then we look at this 33-minute time frame. And DeFi seems to be moving. This tells me that KAVA may be on a quick little scalp. KAVA may be on a quick little scalp here for 4.5%. I would watch that. All right. The target would be 82 cents. Matic back to $1. Sol, please. Sol BTC chart looks juicy. This will be a huge week for Sol. Sol might be huge, yeah. She mistyped. Was supposed to be KAVA. Really? Interesting. KAVA. I've never heard of that. So that's going to have to take a rain check for a second. Hold on. I don't want to miss out, though. I don't know. I'm staying away from that right now. I don't know if you're trolling me or not. It feels like you are, so I'm going to move on. Okay. Moving forward. So we take a look here, and I get rid of, remember, you always get rid of this stuff. There we go. I was like about to say, there's got to be brushes everywhere somewhere. All right. Remember, we're watching this flag for Bitcoin. You're watching the 7-minute 200 SMA, which you just lost again, but you're toying with it. But look, look at that. That's a head and shoulder pattern. I found it. You see it? 1, 2, 3. That should dump right here to 51,700. That's a head and shoulder. We'll see. I'm going to say this is a head and shoulder too. It's choppy, but that's bearish to me right now. And you did lose the 7-minute 200 SMA a little bit here. But not too bad. He said Ondo Melton faces. You knew Ondo was going to be hot when you read about it, right? I mean, real world asset. It seemed like it was going to do damage, right? I have Ondo going all the way to 38. It was just sitting at 23, and it's now done the inverse to 32, 34. Look, I even showed it come up, get the retest, and break out. It did exactly what I pointed out. Look at that. It broke out. So it breaks out. You don't chase. You wait for it to come back down and retest 24, even though it's sitting at 36. A lot of people chase 36 and then have to wait to sell up here. And now all they did was go from there to there. You wait for the retest. You get in on the tight moving average, ready to rock. It's got a bit of a cup and handle too as well. And that's why you wait for that handle. For Ondo, baby. And Ondo's hot. I think you can also buy Ondo on Coinbase. All right. Let's take a look at our baby MYRIA sitting at 26.94. Big pullback again from that 31. Almost like we double top there. Yay. You want to see that double top. I want to see MYRIA turn this into a sideways consolidation here like this. Get a bounce, hold this level, right? It is oversold now on that 1 hour, and the 4 hour has legs back down. It has to come back to the 21. So you're looking for MYRIA to come back, but it looks like it could cup and handle one more time. I don't love the moving averages on this price action, right? But and I can delete everything. We already kind of did what we had to do. So did MYRIA double top here is the question at 31. I mean, 2 times in a row now. It's hit these beautiful euphoric stages. We got to push through that level. With the halving coming, I don't see how MYRIA doesn't continue to go to the upside, but you never know. Everything in investing is speculative, right? People don't think they think once you realize you're speculating, even when you're doing all the research and you think you're the smartest guy in the room, you're still speculating. You don't own the company, right? You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. The guy who owns the company could be like, you know what, I'm thinking of selling this thing in 6 months. So MACD is turning. 4 hours coming back down. Doesn't look amazing. The daily also suggests that it's going to get a bit of a pullback. Right? The last time the daily pulled back, it pulled back really hard. So we want this to pull back, but not as hard as last time. Yeah, I know that's not the best answer, and it does look like it is going to pull back yet again. I'd be looking at the 618 one more time and then maybe this bigger cup and handle for Mara. All right. What could save the day is if this, somehow the one. But look, even that looks kind of like a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder. And I even have a little almost descending triangle vibes for Mara. So I don't mean to be bearish, and I don't want to be. I'm just showing you what the charts convey. Bullish scenario, though, is we could bounce and, but it looks like it's, I don't know, it doesn't look really amazingly bullish. Could be better. Like Bitcoin looks more bullish for whatever reason. If Bitcoin rips, though, Mara will probably just kind of do this. Consolidate, pull in that 21, and then you'll see it rip and just continue to rip. So I'd love to see it go sideways here and stay above this resistance. The second Mara loses 26, it's likely to fall back down to 23, maybe even test 19. All right. Freebird, right? Isn't that Songbird? I don't know. Shout out to Tucker. Freebird, let's go, man. Oh, you just, did you quit your job? You're 9 to 5? Bang, bang, bang. And Pixel pumping. I jumped into Pixel this morning in here at 51. Figured it was going to rally. I'm right there. You can see my buys, right, at 52.32. Okay. $2,000, right? I didn't want to risk more than I could, afford to lose. And there it goes to the upside. I've already made, about 20%. Which isn't amazing, but look, if I were to sell my Pixel right now, I just put $2,000 in this morning before the live. Yeah, I've got $23.50, right? So I made $350 on Pixel, taking a shot on a brand new coin. I mean, this thing is hot. The whole market's on this thing. I don't see how it doesn't continue to rip to the upside. I don't think I can get it on Uniswap chart right now, or I could get it. Maybe they got the Uniswap chart. Lately, they've been pretty good about getting what we want. Let's take a look at Pixel. But Pixel's the hot new coin today. If you're not in Pixel making gains, I don't know, Look at me. I transitioned so fast, right? I sell MAVIA to Pixel, And I don't put all my gains in. Like, I'm cautious to the gain. Yeah, so I looked at it before. Really got to wait for it to kind of get more traction here. Pixel. Anywhere else, Gate.io might have Pixelverse. They call it Pixels. So it came out at 52 cents. You could have bought it at 47. Pretty awesome. So can't get it much, And I've seen these. I've seen a lot of these 10x and 20x. Look at that thing just ripping. Now it's getting overbought now a little bit on that 1 minute time frame. Look, it's extended. You figured it would have to kind of start to pull back. 7 minute, that's insane. That's a blow off top, in my humble opinion. That makes me want to sell right now. 1 minute wants to come down too. That was a blow off. Like, that's insane. But this is something that could just kind of continue to rip too as well, right? And I bought basically the bottom of it. So if it comes back to the bottom, I bail out with my $2,000. I walk away. If not, I just keep kind of holding on. So even though the TA says it's coming back down, I'm just going to let that thing cook, right? But the TA, look, the TA is pretty spot on. It says you have to come back to the 21 before you can continue to pump. Whenever you gap away for the 21, I don't care what time frame. And the stochastics get high. So when the stochastics curve on me and I get away for the 21, it tells me to take some profits off the table. The only way not to is if it's like a very small, if it's like extremely bullish and it starts to flag out on like the 1 second, the 5 second, the 30-second chart. And then you just got to keep it going. It actually could go the whole lane there. Wave one, you could see this thing at 75 cents in a couple hours. Anyway, shout out to anyone that jumped into Pixel or knew about Pixel on the low. Sam, thoughts on JUNO on Adam? I think JUNO is amazing. I really do. I like JUNO. I think it's hot. And I think it's going to do numbers. And but the chart stinks. When I learned about it, I liked it. Like a few months ago. It's got to break through that high. You got to wait for it to get back above its 200 SMA on the 4 hour. That will be the beginning of its legacy move. It's got to break through that 200 SMA on the 4. If it doesn't, more down, right? Instructor Bryce, can you tell the class which vertical mouse you recommend? I mean, I use this really simple and easy anchor Yeah. Simple and really easy anchor mouse. You know, to keep your hand vertical though. Think about it. When you shake someone's hand, you shake it like this. You don't shake their hand like that. And if you were to put your hand like this, you can immediately feel your tendons flatten and they'll hurt. So if all day you're sitting like this on a flattened mouse, you'll get pain in your shoulder. The second you turn your hand like this while you're on your mouse, you've relieved that shoulder pain. Look, you can see the tendon, it's twisted. The tendon is relieved. Someone showed this to me because I was a video editor for years playing with it. So, bang. Yeah. And everybody, if you want to know more about how I trade, if you want to get the inside scoop of what's happening, and again, I don't know where the market's going every day. I don't claim to say, oh, I look at the probabilities, and once the probabilities shift or flip, I'm able to make a move. Sometimes fast, sometimes, you know what I mean? I can shift quicker. And that's going to get, that's where I plan on getting you. Basically, tweaking your subconscious mind, giving you the information and the education. And next thing you know, you're able to make decisions you couldn't make before with the education that I've given you. Change the entire way you look at it. And that's where the gains are going to come from. See, like, I look at gains like Super Bowl trophies. Tom Brady wanted gains. Of course, he wanted a Super Bowl. We all want gains. How did he get them? He went and worked on little things. All these times, like footwork. Maybe one day he just kept working on how he moved his foot. Had nothing to do with but it had everything to do, right? The simple things lead up to the big things. My dad used to say, take care of the little things. Take care of the little things so they don't lead up to big things. Simple as like, don't let, people have a blinker off. And their buddy, does something stupid in their car. Next thing you know, they get pulled over. Next thing you know, they're wrapped up in some nonsense. Had they just got their blinking taken care of, when it didn't work, they wouldn't be wrapped. And my dad always would repeat those types of stories to me and say, listen, tie your shoes. Keep your backpack zipped up together. Like, keep yourself squared away. Don't become one of the, easy pickings. Even as a kid, he said, the guy looking for kids is going to look for the kid and not put together. Put yourself together. My parents told me things as a kid, I never put my wallet in my back pocket in my entire life. By the time I was 8 years old and I had a wallet or 9, my dad said, you put your wallet in your front left pocket. You keep a freaking box cutter in your other right one. Just saying, like, anyway, but you do you. I walk around and I see guys with these big wallets. Number one, it's bad for your ergonomic structure. It's not good to be sitting on a wallet on your back. It's not good. It actually creates a deformity in your back. Number two, people can see your freaking wallet. You know what I mean? I don't know. My dad used to make fun of people. And again, my dad, me and my dad would be out in the city and he'd be like, look at that guy with his wallet in his back pocket. He'd be like, wallet in the front left pocket, man. He's like, I don't know who designed the back pocket. He goes, my dad, who designed the wallet in the back pocket? I said, who? He said, the pickpocket did. Right? All right. Exactly. Ridge wallet. You're funny. I can't stand a wallet in my pocket when I drive. Hey, it's just true, yeah. And again, your wallet doesn't have to be that big. All right? It doesn't. You can get these slim ones now, Fitness, scalp trader, swing trader, hodl trader, whatever your style or no style at all, this is the group. My chiropractor preaches front pocket all day long. I'm now a front pocket guy. So funny. And see, I didn't even listen. I never even knew, but the chiropractor, he'd tell you what to do. All right. JASMY, Mobile, GLINT Coin, SUI, NCT, MYRIA, THETA, and XNA. I love the size of my Phantom wallet. I love that. You're funny. And again, there's so many gains to be had here. This thing is ripping 64 now. Pixels out of control. All right. Let's take a look at JASMY. Someone asked about it yesterday too, remember? Well, I got lit last night, huh? Crazy. It's funny. I did see it going up to 009. It's funny. That's what we said. And wow, it just exploded last night. JASMY for massive gains. It doesn't matter what coin it was. If it was in a cup and handle and you bought the 618, you made gains. I showed you guys how to do this over and over again. How many coins look just like this? AGIX look like this. JASMY look like this. Space ID look like this. The list goes on and on and on and on. That's why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy, Sammy Cup and Handy, Sammy Cup and Handy, Sammy Cup and Handy, Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. All right? Bang. And, Filecoin on a daily looks fire. One day he worked on PSI in football. So you're funny. MAVIA free fall. Yeah, I mean, hey, I guess I'm like, I changed it. And Pocket Network exploding. I want to see this thing continue. That's on my radar. That one hasn't really had a big pop yet. I mean, it has, but it's been consolidating for literally about a month now. The Pocket Network. You're asking me if JASMY's going to continue or not. Let's take a look. Hold on. On MEXC here. Again, too far away from the 21, right? Huge pump. I'd be taking profits out of it. But it says actually the 21 still has some gas. I'd switch it to the smaller time frames. I mean, I have no choice, really. 7-minute, like something like this, and I'd be watching this flag. Respecting this previous support as resistance. A chance it continues to the upside here and gets all the way to 0.9. That's my target is 0.937. Go higher to 0.98. Now we're at 65 on Pixel, pumping to the upside unbelievably. And there you have it. And I made another $500. I mean, I'm making almost five. You know, I could teach you how to make $500 a day. Also, I mean, whatever. I'm not trying to. I just want you to learn how to trade. But look, there's another. I mean, I just turned $2,000 into $2,400 right there. And you know, I show you guys how to do it all the time, every single day, constantly. Anyway, let's take a look at Mo. And again, it's the market. When the market's hot, you can't lose, man. I mean, you can, but. My daughter and my wife, man, they go at it. Well, my daughter doesn't listen to my wife, honestly. What do we do, man? We want to teach her, but, you know, you don't want to be mean. Anyway, so HNT Mobile getting tight inside a channel. That thing looks hot to me. It's also trending right now on token metrics, so a lot of people are watching it. It's getting tight. You know, I like what I'm seeing here, personally. 15 minutes a little high for me, but this is hot. It could easily dump to the downside and you get stopped out and lose it all. Anything could happen. You never know. That's why I use a stop. That's why it's speculation. But I like what I'm seeing here for mobile, and I'd put an alert right here. But to me, I mean, that looks hot. That looks hot. Just this alone, you know, you have shoulder, head, right shoulder a bit. That could be a 30% gain to the target at 5,176. For mobile. That looks hot to me, for sure. Shout out to anyone who give it. And that's the thing. We have a lot of people that have been trained by me that show up. We have people that haven't been trained by me that just know how to trade. And then we have people that research coins. And then we have all of us come together every single day at the same time. And we research what's hot. And we make massive gains. It's pretty awesome, right? A lot of people took the day off today. You know what I mean? Market's a little slower than normal, too. And that's why you're going to have like a little less views on the stream. Mobile USDT. All right. Bang, bang, bang. I like what I'm seeing there for mobile. I like that. Look, getting tight in the channel. This is what I go for. The tight moving averages inside of a tight triangle. On a high volume node. Look, with a lot of action here. We're on the node. That can hold us. Previous resistance becoming support above a 200 SMA. I don't love the stochastics RSA at that point, but the 1 hour looks ready to rock. So the 1 hour looks ready to rock, right? You could wait for confirmation on that 15-minute. I like what I'm seeing here for Helium Mobile on the 1 hour time frame. And again, if you know my system and you study my system and you learn what I teach you, and again, if you want the quickest way to understand what I'm doing, jump on into my class. It's going to be March 2nd, I believe, but the first Saturday of March. It's usually the last Saturday of the month, but because of the leap year, right? So the last Saturday of March, the first Saturday of March, jump on in today, hit the QR code right there. It takes you to the place where you can sign into class. It's $150. I'm basically giving it away. What people usually do with this class is they would piecemeal it to you. They'd make it like 5 or 6 sessions. They'd teach you way less in each session, and they charge you $2,000 to $3,000. I'm telling you right now, this will blow your mind. What I teach you every single month, people love this course, and it'll help you see what I'm doing here in the charts so much easier, quicker, and faster. Maybe not finding the hottest coins at the fastest time. That's something that will come with time, but you know, knowing what to trade, when to trade, you know, based off of technical analysis, right? Knowing when something has a high probability and why, all right? based on what you're looking at in the charts. And having confidence in your trades, feeling good about your entries, understanding that when you got in, there was a reason why you did it, having faith in those moves. All right. Does MASK continue to the upside? MASK actually is a hot coin, in my humble opinion. And I wouldn't be surprised if this one goes to its all-time high. Almost, not every coin's going to go, but it's substantial projects that have a good team, that are still here, that are always building, and that do enough tweeting and put themselves out there. Yeah, and there's 66, 60. Look, now we're at 2,500, 66 here on Pixel, banging to the upside. That thing is a monster, right? An absolute monster. And it's got to get a pullback at one point. It is out of control. All right. Even me, I'm being greedy with the easy 5, right? I mean, but then again, you go back, but I'm in a project that I got in early on a project that could 20x in 3 weeks to a month, you know? But you have to remember, there's people also in it that got in early. Wow, 67. This thing is gone. It is gone. Rising wedge, breakout, parabolic, insane. I mean, that to me is like, wow. I'm about to just sell Pixel with a 500 gain. I mean, it's just such a oh man, 68. This thing is out of control. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. Pixel. You sweetheart, you. And I would mark it out real fast. This thing's like you're gonna get, I mean, every time people sell it off, it just continues to rip. So insane. But I didn't even know what it was. You can't fall in love with all these coins. You know what I could do is I sell everything but the 500. So I'm going to take my $2,000 back, just leave 500 in there, and then maybe it turns into $5,000 one day. I do believe I have a hot project though on my hands that could turn numbers. You know, we could see this thing at what? I don't know, $6 not too long from now. It's tough, right? It's tough. But what I'm going to do is I am going to sell. All right, I'm going to show you how you can't be afraid. Boom. Look at my order. Pixel, we sold at 67. We got in at 52. Bang, bang, bang. Made 2,000. We made $593. We made $600 off of $2,000. I got in at 11.93. I got in at 9 in the morning. I got out at 10. I mean, that's a beautiful trade. $600. It took me freaking 2 hours. You know, and it's out of control. And it probably continues. It probably does, and so be it, right? I can't catch everything. I can't hold everything. You got to take some profits on your way up, right? There's got to be some tether in the till. Now I got $5,000 in tether again. See, I'm back. I started with MAVIA. I flipped it. You know, this was like $3,000. I flipped it to 5. Now I'm going to keep going, right? Seeing what's out there, all right? If I see Pixel make another flag, look better on a smaller time frame, maybe I put the $5,000 back in and I double it again. Anything, you know, but it has to be right. Right now, that's just overextended for me. It's just too much. Like, that's a blow off top. Like, I'm lucky I got in when I did, and I got what I got. Dear Lord, thank you so much for the gains you gave me. And again, don't laugh when you pray for gains. I'm a professional trader. People pray when they have a good job. People pray when they bring home good money. People pray when they come home safe. You know, I risk my family's money right now, and I came back with more. Dear Lord, thank you for blessing me with the opportunity to trade at my house every day. Thank you for the ability to teach, and thank you for all the blessings in which you give me. Help me always be grateful for 100, 200, 500. I don't care if I make 10 million, 20 million, $500 million, a billion. Let me always be grateful for the penny, for the dollar, for the little bits. Every grain of sand creates the beach. Let me stay humble, amen. All right, moving forward. So look, we look at this now, and I would open this up. And honestly, my instinct tells me this thing continues to rip. Just continues. Right? And I honestly need it on like the 1 second to catch it. I wouldn't be surprised if this is, it's like a parabolic flag like this. Look. And then it breaks out the length of the pole. To 76. It is gaining, you know, a distance away from the 21. However, it's done it before. And people are hot on this coin. They're going to keep buying it. I wouldn't be surprised if it rips to 76 right now in front of your face. I would like a smaller time frame if I could. I just can't get one. I'm surprised that people that didn't get in early aren't still selling it off. You know? Look at that thing. So many people are running into Mexi and just buying this coin blindly. They're like, oh, I'm in. Our already went to 69. Look at that. We sold 68.5, right? I didn't even expect to make $500 in the night. I didn't even expect it. You know what I mean? I consider it a blessing, but it does look like it's going to continue to rip. Anyway, I could watch this all day, right? Follow me at Crypto Live for 33. I greatly appreciate it. You just might get a setup right in your, just, you know, right on your, inside your pocket, man. All right. Yeah, it was a horrible time. Horrible time. Shout out to anyone that was ever been oppressed throughout the world, man. Oppression is not cool. We're not with oppression and totalitarianism. Anyone that's with that, I'm not cool with you. All right? Shout out to Crypto Pollo, Cluck. File moving very nicely. Yeah, file going back to 670. Ethereum breaking 3,000. Once Ethereum breaks 3,000, we got ourselves a bit of a mover. Let's get back into BTC. We really want that dollar to make that right shoulder. It's going to be beautiful. So we looked at Bitcoin, and that's this little flag here. It defied that right shoulder, thank gosh, on that smaller time frame. 7 minute. 7 minutes saved the day. See, you got overbought in the curve, and it didn't let you do the head and shoulder. Made a beautiful one too, and that's false move Monday for you, right? They won't give you anything. They'll play games with your mind. Back above the 200 SMA on the 7 minute time frame too as well. And I keep saying, as long as we stay, that's why they can do whatever they want with chop. But once they significantly break 200 SMAs, usually they can't hide the trend at the trend at that point. All right, we're just watching Bitcoin inside this chop. If you're just jumping on in, you can go back and watch the Bitcoin update. Though we spent a lot of time on Bitcoin. And if we spend any more time on it, we won't get to the altcoins. Let's take a look at GLINT coin. GLINT. Never heard of this thing. GLINT coin. $500,000 market cap. Careful. Yikes. But I guess, this is a brand new coin. Again, we learned about a new coin, GLINT coin. First for NFT marketplace on TON with real utilities. Really? TON Diamonds. Discover what you can get with GLINT coin. Utility token for TON Diamonds NFT marketplace. Might move up if NFTs get big. Very brand new coin, right? I don't know. I'm not a huge fan at the present moment. We'll see what happens. It's got $500,000 market cap. It's on the TON Diamonds. Interesting. I'm interested, but I'd have to do more research right now at the present moment, all right? You might like it. I don't want to expose people, but I got to find out more about that coin. All right. Dude, let's talk about our baby Kaspa and the gains that we've made. Let's just take a moment today. My Kaspa kings and queens. Yo, we did it. Yo. And not only did we do it, but we gave you this trade in the trading group in this beautiful flag before it all got started at 13. Even if you were just swing trading at 13 to 18 is a beautiful trade. Unbelievable. But Kaspa just doing damage. And look, it's in a flag now on the 7 minute. Again, yes, if Bitcoin, could play games, but watch this flag. See if this thing can kind of maintain here. And there's a chance that Caspa continues. You never know for sure, but I mean, unbelievable what happened to Caspa. Like, unbelievable. Like, I'm just in shock. And look, dude, look at my pixel sell. Went all the way to 59. Came back up again. I sold the top of that beat. Bah! 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 That's why you got to use your brain, not your emotions. Oversold stochastic, right? And this thing may not be done, right? It's probably just a pullback, and there's another great area to get in at 58. I may put in, I'm thinking maybe I should just put in my my profits in there. Smaller time frame would give me a better look. Looks like it's going to get bought right back up and ripped now. I see this thing ripping. It had to get some, look, thank God it got some type of pullback. It needed something. All right. Celebrate the third super chat on the live streams from Ultra Mind Control Reels. God bless you, man. Thank you for being here. Wow, Pixel just dominating the entire market space today. Dude, every day there's another hot coin. All right. What do you guys think of shrapnel? I wanted to add shrapnel. I did add some shrapnel to my portfolio. All right. And I got to get a haircut today, babe. If I may. No haircut? She's talking to the kid. I'm just messing with her sometimes. All right, so Sui went all the way to that high of 191. We talked about Sui making gains right there. I put out a beautiful call for Sui when it was right here. That was at 151, and it would blast up to 193. Does Sui continue? What's up with Sui? Honestly, Sui's been on an insane tear. Not much of a pullback. Just continues to rip. And these coins were just 43 cents. Like, they've already 5x. They 10x now. You know. Beam swap, Glint, looks good. So Glint has something to do with beam swap, huh? I'm in shrapnel, probably selling at max hype when the game drops. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Similar idea for me. Yeah, no, long term, just when there's, pretty good hype for it. So, Sui's been hot on the daily, but you can see it just keeps getting bought. I mean, this thing's on a tear. And it's resetting on the daily without losing. So for me, and it's getting close to the 21. Now, the moving average is getting far apart. And you're starting to get that bearish div vibe. And you got the rising wedge that could break on down. I get it. You got two scenarios here. One, that you stay inside of the flag. So if the flag continues and stays intact, then I trade it. If not, then we wait for the bigger pullback. You see, and I do the same thing over and over again. It doesn't really matter the coin. Could we get it back at 137? That's where I would love to get it. For me, I don't chase Sui. I get into Cetus. Cetus is the Sui DEX. If Sui does numbers, Cetus will follow in numbers. And Cetus is oversold. Hitting this channel. I see Cetus about to make some massive, and I believe Cetus could go into price discovery, maybe even go to 31 cents or something, do 3x. So if you miss Sui, I don't stress them in Cetus, right? So there's always a way. There's always an opportunity. Never feel like you have to get into something, okay? But for me, Sui, 137 really is a place I'm eyeing. But if it goes sideways and then there's no choice, 190, and it looks like the next leg up would take it, it's got to take it, what, to 240, 230, 280, 290. And I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Sui's just been on an absolute tear. Basically, in price discovery, is one candle there. I mean, right? Let's take a look at NCT. Poly Swarm. All right. You can see I had a little flag here for Poly Swarm, and that did play out the last time I looked at it. All right. Low stochastic, move to the upside. Let's take a look at Poly Swarm, take away the moving averages, look at a bigger time frame. I take away all the indicators, and I try to look at it for just exactly what it is. All right. Poly Swarm on the 3-day chart. Man, I'm in awe today. Like today, man, we got to celebrate today. Because we're at all-time highs in a lot of my positions. Like, today's a huge day. Like, today's an amazing day. Can you check PAAL AI? That thing continues to rip, too. We talked about PAAL AI many times. This guy just said PAAL, Pixel Now Trading. He's being funny, right? Look, and Sammy knows how to sell the top. When Sammy's euphorically up, Sammy takes gains. Whenever I'm up and I get this high in my brain that I'm up huge, I take the gains. You know, I tell myself, you got to take the gains. All right. And there she blows. Seven-minute loses, and then the head and shoulder played out perfectly. Look, it eventually did make a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. It just made another right shoulder. You see it? Now you're toying with that 200. Now you lost the 200. Now the rising wedge starts to break down. There's your dumpage, right? I don't really chase, but I could wait for the 1 minute. But it looks like this is going to continue to dump now. And you did have a head and shoulder on the 7 minute. I did point that out. It was weird that it bounced back up again. And it could be a false move. They could wick us right back inside, but I see more bearish. I mean, when you keep making lower lows, you have to assume your next target's going to be 51,726 for Bitcoin. And look, there it goes. Right as I said that, it just went plop. And it's just some whale trying to get cheap Bitcoin, technically, in my humble opinion. But this is going to take every setup down. Like, watch, Pixel probably dumping now. Maybe, trying to hold its own. But that's kind of got like that's a very strange pattern now. I wouldn't open up a long until we broke above, right? 52.45. Like, I just didn't. To me, I'm not like, you got to break above resistance, retest it, and then I'll start talking about getting busy. Anything else is I have to remain, the bigger time frames I remain bullish. I've said that. But the smaller time frames I remain bearish because we can't break back above key levels. Period. Now you have resistance here, 52,376. Now you have resistance here at 52,228. And now you're already $400 on that move. All right. No, I didn't live trade this. I don't live trade. All right. A false move money it is. Top rank, Sammy. Shout out to Master Friend in the house. Bitcoin flowing into the altcoins. Well, you don't want to just say that out loud. You want to see if that's actually happening by looking at Bitcoin dominance. Is Bitcoin dominance giving it up a little bit? Okay, it is. But then you also want to look at the same time frame, like the 1 hour. Okay, Bitcoin dominance is red right now. It's a good sign that people are, and look, shoulder, head, shoulder. We talked about that falling down. All right, we kind of went over that, and we lost the 200 SMA. I wouldn't be surprised if this just get bought right back up. False move Monday style. And they get a bunch of people to short, and then they liquidate. Look for the bearish retest now on the 1 minute time frame. It'll try to get back inside, but it won't. So look, I'm confusing you now, but look, rising wedge broke out. I'll get rid of the moving averages so you can be focused. You'll bearish retest the bottom of this trend line and this. The mainly thing you're looking for is the bearish retest of this. You come, you bearishly retest, boom, you resist, or you make some type of bearish flag here. Again, 21 comes into play just like it did beforehand. All right. Now look, you're too far for the 21. That's just like when we pump on the daily and we have to come back. So now you draw two flags. See, if you were going to trade bullishly, remember you just asked me about the altcoins. We trade that altcoin the same way we trade Bitcoin bearishly. It's the same scenario. Now we look for the, are we making a rising wedge? Are we making a bearish, some type of descending triangle? Okay. Are we going to double bottom here? And, we have to interact with the 21-day moving average before we can continue further down. Then we could dump down. You see? But the 21 has to come back into price action here. So you would get some type of pullback back or sideways. It doesn't dump continuously, not likely. Will you please look at SORA, AI? Just went over the 200 SMA on the 1 minute. What's your opinion on this coin? Thank you. I heard it's like a meme. I had my team look at it, and when we went over it, it seems to be a meme based off of the real tech SORA, which is going to be amazing. Now we want to look at tether dominance. If tether dominance is pumping, people aren't running into Bitcoin, into altcoins. All right. So look, tether dominance is kind of green, but look, it's oversold, overbought on the 1 hour right now, and in a bear flag. If this gives away while Bitcoin dominance gives away, then we know people have to be getting into altcoins. If this starts to pump up while Bitcoin dominance dumps, then people are just selling off into tether. Okay? Juxtaposing tether dominance and Bitcoin dominance are how you figure out what's happening. All right? Look, we just tapped the level right there. 720. We tapped it fast. And it kind of was cat ears too. Look at that. Right? And a bit of a descending triangle, right? Those things are horrible. They just break down so flat. They're the quickest, fattest breakdown. It's going to be the beginning of a bigger dip, right? I mean, we're in euphoria. Things are super high. Take profits, right? Let me take a look here. What's happening? I'm looking at my portfolio. It's up so big. I'm like, wait. What do I have to sell now? You know, everything is up so big. You're like, oh, you know. I want to sell every bit of it, but it's all, you know. Let's celebrate the first super chat on the live stream. Shout out to Benga. And so far, Trias is holding 650. I'm in at 630. No reason to sell yet, but I don't want to see it lose that key level. Yeah, 654. If it drops, it's going to drop back down to 16. And that will put me back with 20K at tether, and I'll be tethered up for anything coming my way. All right. Super Chat, GLINT, MYRIA, THETA, XNA, Pocket Network, and ABT. We looked at GLINT already. All right. Now we got to look for the divergence on the 1 minute time frame. My love, you can't vacuum clean while I'm live. I've told her about this so many times. Anyway, it's all good. She can do whatever she wants, man. I love my wife. She can do no wrong. She's just the sweetest, kindest woman in the world. She makes me a better person. I love her so much. And I'm just happy to have her every day of my life. Yeah, so tether dominance. You see this break back up. I mean, it's got a bit of a double bottom here. Almost a little div, though. You see this break back above the 1. I mean, that's going to be a dump for the whole market. No selly, Sammy, hold. It's time to open the floodgates of gains. And, you know, so far things are going all right. Nesting. Yeah. Perp looks like it already popped. You're like, it's about to pop. It done pop. You know? He's like, Perp's about to pop. Man, that thing done pop. I would suggest a pullback now. Somewhere, somehow. Right? Bitcoin back to 51,830. We'll see what happens here. Still liquidity on either side. But, you know, I don't know about a false move. I mean, we just lost the key level that we've been trying to hold for a while now. But Bitcoin looked bearish, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it looked bearish. It was in an M pattern. It kept losing key levels. And once it lost, I kept saying, once it loses the 200 SMA on the 7, look for the short. And I almost lost it and shorted, so you had to short that candle, right? And that's the only thing about, that's the only, I'll give this strategy every once in a while. The candle's just too fast, and you can't, you know. But in my defense, you can try to you can get that 5-minute candle then. And when the 5-minute broke to 200 SMA, you could have shorted from here to there. Okay. Just saying, you know. I'm pointing out the strategy. Did I short? No. Why? Because I don't usually short. I don't usually trade Mondays. I don't care. I'm not, you know, you could force me to dance. I'm not going to dance when you tell me to dance. I don't have to trade on Monday. I mean, I did trade. I was live trading an altcoin. So, I mean, I did live trade. So, We did fulfill the title of the video today. It says live trading. I was live trading. All right. You saw me sold something live. All right. And I got in at 52. I sold at 68. And his thing got dumped on right after I sold, right? So, and I didn't have a lot. I showed you. I sold $2,000. I didn't have tons of money. I wasn't a whale. And now you're getting the Bitcoin pullback, which is taking all the stuff down now. Right? It's all fun and games until the market changes on you. All right? Bitcoin just stopped the pixel move. Isn't that crazy? That's why you always have to watch Bitcoin like a hawk. Everyone's like, why is he over on Bitcoin? Why is it Bitcoin? Every 5 second Bitcoin. The guy, Bitcoin. He doesn't talk about Ethereum that much. He's always Bitcoin. Because the whole market depends on what Bitcoin's doing. If Bitcoin went sideways right now for the rest of the day, it would have been great. Would have been absolutely amazing. All right. Look at MYRIA in this flag here on the 7-minute. I haven't looked at the bigger time frames, but that looks like a bit of a flag there. MYRIA back at 11.5. I got into MYRIA back again at 6. We knew about MYRIA when it first came out at like 2 pennies. It was a tenth of a penny. I can't believe it. So basically, it already 100x'd. Isn't that crazy? This thing 100x from when you could have got it on MEXC. Unbelievable. Like, that's 100x already. It wasn't a penny. And it's sitting at, that's an 80x. That says it's an 8x. Hold on. Oh, no. It's all right. I thought it was 11 cents. I was like, wait. All right. It's a 10x. But still, it 10x already. That all it has to do is 10x now to make 100x. If you got on MEXC had it. Now, I guess you could have got it 7 and got buried, but MEXC has the coins, man. You could have literally 80x'd. You could 8x, 10x your money on MEXC in literally 4 months, 5 months. I don't see anywhere else where is that possible because they had access to the coins before everybody else. 22 hours still has gas. So it tells me that MYRIA could continue to the upside. And so I would watch this 7-minute flag. I do see it below the 200 SMA. We're curving. Bitcoin runs the show. You might get one of these dumps here and turn it into a flag. But just pay attention. As long as MYRIA stays above 11,282, we have a chance of getting further to about, 13,790 from MYRIA. Bitcoin back at 51,820. Battling it out right here, but not in a good place for the bulls. Let's take a look at Theta, XNA, and VV. Theta. And thank you so much for the super chats. I see them out there. $116 in chat revenue. 1,175 people here on the live. 800 likes. Thank you so much for jumping on in. We appreciate each and every one of you for being here. All right. Crazy how a 500 drop in Bitcoin sets the market into a downturn. Oh, yeah. I can't stand it. It always gets me going. It gets on my nerves, to be honest. Theta, a hot coin. It's weird. Why does this look different? Something looks different. I can't. Man, last time I put out data, look, I put it out here, said it was going to 145. You see that? In that broadening cup and handle. And it did. It hit that exact target, came back down, and it's trying to rip back up again. The low for Theta was 60 cents. It's already done a double up at 125. Theta is a beautiful project. I see this as consolidation. Anywhere between 62. See that? It just chopped like chain link. And then boom. Theta was $20 a coin. That's about a 18x from here where it's at. And I see it probably getting to 30. I definitely believe it can surpass its all-time high. All right. Super Chats, GLINT, XNA, Pocket, ABT. Yeah. Factum King. You're funny. So is Theta going to continue to the upside? I take away the moving averages. I look at the daily time frame. I was about to see what happened here. Hold on. I can't see like the rest of my tabs. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I did that. Usually it's because you went into the, something weird happened right there, right? It's weird. I noticed it and then I was like, you know, anyway, we can finish off with just the screen, but I don't know how I lost all my tabs. It's really weird. Anyway, usually it's because I made this big, but I don't. Like that, full screen mode. Then I got out of it and it's still, something just glitched on me there, right? Press F11. Thank you. God bless you, bro. Whoever that was, you're the best, man. You're like, press F11, bro. It happened immediately. God bless you. Look at this, 92. Resistance at 143. All right, 144. Then we have this beautiful falling wedge. All right. Broke to the upside. Resistance right here. Resistance right there. All right. I mean, that says it's on its leg up with continuation, right? So there's your, 1, 2, wave 3. You got to break through the all-time highs. Daily's a little overbought like the whole market, right? But that doesn't mean we can't continue to pump. Look at your weekly. Weekly's just getting started. It tells me this is when you start buying right now, all right? So I told you that was your screaming buy at 96 cents. Get ready for its next leg up. The weekly has come to its secondary high. So I trade this on the weekly, and the weekly alone, it's almost got an Adam and Eve here with the little flag. This thing's going to 185 on the weekly, or likely even more. You have to wait out the smaller time frames, but I just don't see how this doesn't continue to the upside. Right? It just looks so bullish on the weekly, which makes me want to look at Solana on the weekly. And Solana tells you it's a screaming buy on the weekly, and that's why I'm thinking of putting in a substantial amount of money into Solana. It turned into 100 grand pretty fast, right? And this is what I'm looking at. So the whole market, everyone's sketched out on the market dumping, but usually that creates the best opportunity. They kind of scare people out. But I see this bearish div a little bit, but they can say that was the bearish div. It played out. So I've been watching the bigger time frame here for Solana. All right. 2-week chart's a little high, though, and I do like the 2-week chart, and that's a little overbought. Monthly's beat. Dude, the monthly's like you've been ripping for months. All right. But the weekly looks really good for Solana. And once it breaks above 135, it's gone. Like that's gonna be it's not gonna look back again until it rips to that all-time high and some. All right. It had a bigger all-time high. 51,920. Bitcoin bouncing back to the upside. Before you know it, it'll be back at 52,000. False move Monday left and right. Just be careful. That's why I told you I'm not even letting price action suck me in today. I'm like just nicely chilling. I made my gains. I'm hanging. Look, Pixel back to 60 now. That might be the place to get into Pixel now. Bitcoin resets. Now I jump on in, right? Cup and handle. Previous support is resistance. That looks nice to me now. Now I might jump in. Now I throw the 500 back in too. I'm not greedy. Look at this. Right? I wouldn't be surprised if it rips right now all the way to like 90, right? So I could put the 500. Now the 500's free. I made it off them, right? So that's beautiful. It was actually 600. So I'll put the 600 in there, and I'm going to buy Pixel at this low. If Bitcoin stabilizes, which it looks like it may, and I got Pixel at 61.78, even with the market buy, right? I got lower than the price at the moment. We'll see what happens, though. And now Pixel's likely to continue to rip here out of the flag, right? In my humble opinion. I could be wrong, and it could go to 0, right? I'm trading with house money now. But look, there's a cup and a handle. I trade this a lot. Yeah. Thank you. Love you too, babe. May Allah always be with you, brother, said the Video Kingdom. God bless you. Thank you for saying that. Factum will flip Solana and AVAX. I don't think so. That's not true. That is a false statement, in my humble opinion. I would not even believe in that statement. And we could be, Bitcoin could be sketchy and we could continue to dump here. We just got a nice bounce back off the channel. Watch the 1 minute. Actually looks pretty bearish, like it's going to dump again. So just be careful. That's a bear flag. Stochastics are about to curve on you. Stop loss somewhere here and continue that dump down. That's a likely bear flag to the downside for Bitcoin. Oversold stochastic. I see it coming back down to 51.35. I may bail on this. May not play out like I thought. I may just mark it back out again. What I love about that, it's free to do. You know what I mean? And I don't gotta like stress it a lot. I like ONDO. I think it's hot. Yeah. When you ask me my opinion, is that just me like stating out loud what my opinion is? Because that's how I feel it is. Like I don't have to really chart it out, right? I'm just telling you what I think. That looks like a likely down, but you never know. We could get an inverted head and shoulder. You want to see if this can kind of curve and stay inside the zone. It is the money printer technically. That would be the entry right here. If you pull a 786 and you hit it, bing. But I don't do that on a Monday, man. There's certain days to make it happen. I wouldn't sweat Pixel $500 million market cap. I mean, that thing could go to $5 billion, though, and 10x pretty easily. You said Cass just giving back the gains. Never can hold after a new high. What are you talking about? So you guys are funny. So it's supposed to just rip to a new all-time high, and no one's supposed to take profits? You're not making any sense. You know what I mean? So it's supposed to continue to go to the upside. Just never stop. I mean, look at the 2-day chart. Look at the 3-day chart. You've had a beautiful pump. There is some bearish div here. That swings down while that swings up. Kind of have to take that into account. It's a huge, massive gain. One hour still kind of ripping, but yeah, 1 hour says you dumped it. And then just look at the stochastics. Thing is, just watch this consolidate. If it consolidates and stays above 17, you got yourself a chance here. I'm just happy it broke through 15 and 16. You know what I mean? I asked you about Death Check last week. We looked at Death Check a while back, man. They're all ripping, man. Every coin's ripping, dude. I got to go, man. I got in a meeting. I can't do this anymore. I appreciate you, the Hoover family, though. I love you, and don't get mad. It's like everyone tries to own me. Like, I asked you about Death Check last week. It's ripping now. In my defense, man, every single coin is ripping. Like, I don't care what anyone asks me about is ripping. Like, mainly, you know. And I love you. I don't want to be rude, but like, you know what I mean? I asked you about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm taking it wrong. Maybe you're like, I asked you about it last week, and it's ripping now. Maybe it's a nicer tone, right? Probably a nicer tone. This is Pocket Cash. I'm not really a fan of this thing. I don't know what it is. It only seems to be on Bittrex, or maybe not. Actually, I thought on Maxi, right? I just saw it there. Guys, I got my head's in another place. I got to go. I can't focus anymore because it's time. I gave 2 hours of heavy focus, and it's over, man. You know, my mind wants to move on and get into my meetings and start looking at some other stuff. Bitcoin holding 51,900, though. Pretty good sign that Pixel could get a move back to the upside here. I'd watch Pocket Cash just get closely in this, and just as long as that gets tight, there's a chance it continues. It's that simple to me. All right. SORA AI on Pancake Swap. Is that what it is? Brand new. I don't know. I was looking at it the other day too. Is this it? I don't even know if that's it too. So just be careful. I can't really, you know. But if it just came out and it's I don't know. That could be a rugger. I don't know. I don't know enough about it, and I got to be careful. MEXC has SORA. Where is it, though? Oh, there it is. I mean, it came out and then it dumped hard in inverted head and shoulder, brand new coin. If you believe in it, that's a flag on the 1 minute, and really you don't have any other time frame. If it breaks above the 200 SMA and it retests 1518, then, you know, bang, it's got some TA running for it that could get it back to its other high, right? There's not much else I can say. It's a brand new coin. All right. Let's look at ABT, and then I'm out of here for the day. This thing is in a flag, sideways, arc block, right? Just continued more sideways. Again, if Bitcoin dumps, it'll dump. I had it in a flag yesterday. Didn't see it. It didn't go all the way. And anyway, I got to go, everyone. I can't finish this one off. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. No worries, man. It's all good, Hoover. I appreciate you, brother. Lifer, stay winning. Stay blessed. Everyone, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Stay focused. Stay amazing. I'm watching this thing. If you can see, it can pump back to 85, and then I'm going to get out again and move on with my day. Follow me at CryptoLifer33 on Twitter. I'd greatly appreciate it. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you so much for being here. I'll be back tomorrow with another beautiful live stream. Thank you so much for a beautiful Monday. Hit the likes, please subscribe, and I'll be back again. I'm going to say it one more time. When you stare at me, it makes me weird. I know, but you're making me, just tell me to go and I'll finish. When someone's staring at you when you're ending, they're waiting for you in the meeting. I get it. What do you want me to do? I'm live streaming. Like, God bless everybody. I love you. Thank you so much. I'll have a wonderful day. Stay blessed.